and welcome to RC Racing TV. It's day 3 from the EFRA 1/12 European Championships, Sittard in the Netherlands. We've got 3 rounds of Spec and 3 rounds of mod to get through, so let's get straight to the action.
Neumann leads away. Successful first corner for Neumann, Mobers and Styles and Parker. Everybody gets away cleanly. Neumann leads away. Small mistake there from Jörn Neumann. So Marcus Mobers takes the lead with a mistake from Jörn Neumann. Mobers now leading from Neumann and Styles. Neumann trying to find his way past Mobers. Mobers keeping everything tight as they go through the Montec M. They're through the Zenzi down the main straight. Off the end of the main straight, back through the Rochard. Little right of the curb. Neumann trying everything to find his way past Mobers through the Montec M that time. Neumann applying the pressure on Marcus. Marcus, a very wily old fox. He'll try and keep his focus as they come through the Montec M once more. Marcus down the main straight. Up through the Rochard. Neumann applying all kinds of pressure. Using all of his experience. Marcus using all of his experience to repel it. Small mistake there from Jörn Neumann. Puts Neumann under slight pressure from Styles in 3rd position. Another mistake there from Neumann, and Styles ends up getting past him. Let's just watch a replay here. So Neumann clipped the barrier as he came back on. Styles really collected Neumann's accident. Kept it on the throttle, so that has been called as all good. Styles now up into 2nd place. That's given Marcus Mobers a fairly huge lead. We are watching the battle for 2nd between Lewis Parker and Mark Styles. Mistake there from Styles. That allows Parker into 2nd place. So at the same place that Mark Styles was gifted 2nd by Jörn Neumann, his mistake has just gifted Lewis Parker 2nd position. Lewis Parker now running in 2nd and trying to get away from Styles. Another mistake from Styles. That's allowed Neumann back in front of him. Neumann now trying to find his way past Lewis Parker. They're battling off the end of the straight. And what's just happened there? Who's that ended up on his roof? That was Laurent ended up on his roof. I'm just seeing who's popped out in 2nd. Jörn Neumann's popped out in 2nd. Lewis Parker still 3rd. Hupo Honigel now 4th with Styles in 5th position. Marcus Mobers, meanwhile, he'll be rubbing his hands together at this one. He's 3.5 seconds down the road in front with a lot of the action going on behind him. So that small mistake from Jörn Neumann on lap 1, which allowed Mobers through to get away, has really, really worked well for him. Neumann running in 2nd. We're running with him at the moment. There's a really good battle going on out there between, let's have a look, that's Vesser. Let's see if we can pick that up. Just coming out onto the main straight now, because this is a battle between, who's that? Vesser in 4th, Hupo in 5th, Styles in 6th, Laurent in 7th. Running line astern. Max Mackler's going to join that at some point as well. We'll keep an eye on where everybody else is, but this is the main battle going on at the moment at this A final. You've got Vesser, you've got Hupo, you've got Mark Styles, you've got Alex Laurent. Max Mackler will be arriving at the back of that 4-car chain at the moment. But it's not going to take very long. Laurent crashes out of that chain. 3-car chain that we're watching now. Vesser leading it from Hupo, from Styles. Neumann's starting to edge back towards Mobers, but he's still 3.1 seconds back. Starting to calm down a little bit now. Jewett getting called out of the way of Mobers, the leader. Mobers still leading by 3 seconds. Looking pretty comfortable for Marcus with 3 minutes 20 to go if he doesn't make a mistake to take leg number 1. Your Neumann running in second. Just seeing who that was crashing. That was Max Mackler. We've obviously seen a mistake out there from Vesser. That's dropped him down the field. So Hupo up into 4th position. So front 3 are now fairly evenly spread out. Mobers leading from Neumann and Parker. The battle that we're watching at the moment is Hupo versus Mark Stiles. We'll run with this just for a little bit whilst it's the close battle going on there. Neumann's taking about a 10th out of Mobers a lap, but he's not going to get to him by the end without a mistake from Mobers. I'm just keeping half an eye on where Mobers is, but this battle that we're watching at the minute is our battle for 4th and 5th between Hupo Honigel and Mark Stiles.
None of the top 3 guys there is under pressure. Long distance between the guys. 3 seconds between Mobers and Neumann. 3 seconds between Neumann and Lewis.
3 seconds between Mobers in the lead and Neumann in second. 3 seconds between Neumann and Lewis Parker in 3rd position. Less than 2 minutes to go. Hupo's pulled a bit of a gap on Stiles now. Probably time we switch back to our leader. The car just entering the main straight now. Green front, white rear. As Marcus Mobers looks to run for home. Took the lead on the first lap from Jorn Neumann. Marcus Mobers down through the Montec M, through the Zen Z down the main straight, up towards the Roche R, back through the A main chicane. 3.2 seconds Marcus Mobers lead over Jorn Neumann. Lewis Parker running in 3rd, 3 seconds back from Jorn Neumann. Hupo's got himself within a 1.5 seconds of Lewis Parker, but I don't think he's going to get there as we come into the final minute. Bit of a cruise round for Mobers. Down the main straight. Through the Rochard once more. You can see with 40 seconds to go, he's catching Vesser and Stiles, who are battling. I'm not sure that Marcus will particularly want to get involved in that with 30 seconds to go. He's leading by 2.8 seconds currently. I suspect Mobers might not want to get involved. 20 seconds to go. He might just roll out of this very slightly. Let's have a look. Neumann's taken 3/10 out of him. That's absolutely fine. Into the last 10 seconds. So Mobers is going to come through to begin his final lap down the main straight. Marcus Mobers has done everything he needs to do. Neumann, the only other driver not to have made it through, but Marcus Mobers wins the first leg of the A final from Jorn Neumann and Lewis Parker in 3rd position. Jorn Neumann gets away from Marcus Mobers and Mark Stiles cleanly in 3rd position. Neumann leading from Mobers and Stiles. Neumann wants to get away from Mobers. Mobers wants to find his way past. Front 3 have already made a bit of a break for it. There, flowing round, Jorn Neumann makes his way through the A main chicane. The yellow fronted, orange centred car through the Zen Z down the main straight once more. Coming round through the Rochard, through the A main chicane, back round towards the Montec M. They're through there. Front 3 have got away very, very cleanly. Mark Jewett has appeared in 4th place, so it's not gone very well for Lewis Parker, who has dropped down towards the tail of the field. Our 3rd position finisher in leg 1. Neumann going away slightly from Mobers now. Stiles starting to put a little bit of pressure on Mobers. You can see all 3 of them in shot at the moment. We're running with Mobers in 2nd position. You can see 1 in front and 1 behind him. Jorn is edging away in front from Mobers. gap up to best part of 1 second now for Jörn Neumann. Mobers had him under a little bit of pressure at the start. Still not quite 1 second. Styles within 8/10 of Mobers, who we're running with at the minute. Mobers the only driver who can take the title in this leg. Neumann will want to win and take this into leg 3. Mobers will want to win this if he can and wrap it up in leg 2. Traffic getting out the way, and a little bit cheeky there actually from Hupo. I've just seen him gain a position on Max Mackler by following the leader through on a gap. Jörn Neumann is still leading this one. You can see him 1 car in front of, there he goes, he's through shot, and there is second place man, there's third place man Mark Styles, running line astern from their starting positions. Matching each other on lap times, but Neumann's got his gap up to 1.3 seconds. You saw as they came through the A-main chicane. Much straighter line than some of the cars in lower heats take through that A-main chicane. Much less visible change of direction. Front two are dropping Styles a little bit now. Mobers 1.3 seconds back, Styles 2 seconds back. So he's obviously made a mistake out there somewhere. Mistake there from Neumann on the front of the screen. That has let Mobers right back with him. There goes Neumann, there goes Mobers. 2 of them flow through the A-main chicane as they come down towards the Montec M one more time. Jörn Neumann had done all the hard work getting away. Marcus Mobers was falling back slightly, but a mistake from Jörn Neumann, and that put Marcus Mobers right back within contact distance. Small mistake there, going into the Zen Z for Mobers, has given Neumann some of that advantage back. Let's see if we can move forward 1 car to the car of Jörn Neumann as he comes off the end of the main straight. Jörn Neumann, our leader. Very, very flat there through the A-main chicane. He's now back round through the Zen Z down the main straight. Matching each other on lap times, 12.4 for the pair of them, 1.2 seconds between them. Mark Jewett sandwiched in between them. We've seen Neumann come past him. 4 minutes in, 4 minutes of this remaining. Jewett also gets out the way of Mobers, just out the back of shot. So Mobers has no one in between him and the car we are following of Jörn Neumann at the moment. Styles still hanging on to 3rd position. He's got that by some 4.4 seconds from Lewis Parker at the moment. Neumann's got his gap up to 1.6 seconds now from Mobers.
Still a long way, 4 seconds up to Russell.
1.8 seconds now the gap. Neumann just starting to get into a bit of a rhythm and getting away. Marcus Mobers probably won't know quite what to think of this. I mean, it will put them both on 1 first and 1 second. Neumann with a slight advantage because he will have a pole position for the final leg, but it will effectively neutralise things and become almost a winner-takes-all shootout in the final leg if the results were frozen at the moment between Jörn Neumann and Marcus Mobers. And I think I'd be right in saying they would be the only two able to win because they would both have a 1 and a 2. Yeah, no one else would be able to match their score. The best anybody else could do would be a 1 and a 3. And so this will give us it will certainly narrow down the list of potential winners. Jörn Neumann still leading by 1.9 seconds from Marcus Mobers last time out. 2 minutes of this run remaining. Styles now 3 seconds back from Mobers. Parker 3 seconds back from Styles. So a very lonely race for Mark Stiles. Jorn Neumann still leading 2.2 seconds in front of Marcus Mobers at the moment. Just following him through the Zenzi down the main straight once more. Up through the Rochard. Through the A-main chicane. Lovely flowing change of direction there from Jorn Neumann as he goes through the Montec M. Gap over Mobers, best part of 2.5 seconds now. It's going to take a mistake from Jorn Neumann, I think, to let Mobers back into it. We saw that at the start. Neumann had pulled away from Mobers. Little mistake from him, put Mobers back on him, but then Jorn has kept on chipping away, and he's got that gap back up again. 2.3 seconds that time round, but we're into 40 seconds to go. Neumann can kind of cruise and collect now on his way round to the finish. Neumann leading from Mobers. Into the final 30 seconds. Looks like Jorn Neumann is going to take this to the final leg and stop Marcus Mobers securing the title. Jorn Neumann's crossed the line. I think he should be on his final lap, possibly. Yeah, this will be Jorn Neumann's last lap. He's not going to make it through for another one, so time is expired. We're just waiting for Jorn Neumann to cross the line and take the leg win. Jorn Neumann takes the leg from Marcus Mobers. Mark Stiles has got third because he was the only driver to take it across. There's Jorn Neumann in the centre there, wearing the cap. Taking the leg, Marcus Mobers second, Mark Stiles in third position. Lewis Parker fourth, Vesser in fifth. Jorn Neumann leads away then from Marcus Mobers. Yeah, so just watching here. Neumann still leading from Mobers. Stiles has got away in third. Is that Lewis Parker with a change of body shell in fourth? It is. Lewis Parker running a plain white body shell this time, rather than his normal race paint. Jorn Neumann still leading from Marcus Mobers, Stiles and Parker. Watch them flick through the A-main chicane. Mobers trying to wind the pressure on Neumann. Neumann trying to get away, half a second between them. Neumann still leading at the moment from Mobers. This is all Jorn Neumann needs to do. Mobers has got to catch him and pass him. Quite tense, 7/10 of a second. Jorn Neumann starting to edge away. Just got to make sure he doesn't make a mistake. So Neumann's definitely broken the toe that Marcus Mobers had. Over a second now, in fact, though, Mobers has slashed the gap. It was a pretty slow lap there from Neumann. Mobers right back with him now. So just a slightly scrappy lap. Neumann starting to try and get away again. Already coming up to try and lap traffic. That will be Ben Vincent, will be the first car that they will lap. Watching Jorn Neumann, the yellow-coloured car with the orange flashes in the centre. Being chased hard by Marcus Mobers, the green front, white rear car. Tense battle going on at the front here. Neumann cannot get away from Mobers. Mobers within 4/10 now. This is effectively winner takes all as they come through the Zen-Z, down the main straight. Back up through the Roche R. Neumann needs to get away as they come through the A main chicane. Styles still holding on to third off of camera, but we are watching the battle for the European Championship title unfolding. Mobers not letting up. Neumann not being allowed to relax at all by Marcus Mobers, who just keeps on cranking up the pressure. That's some pressure being applied. There's not many people who can withstand that kind of pressure. Jorn Neumann, of course, a world-class driver. Mobers within 3.5 now. He is not letting Jorn Neumann escape. This is, nothing's happening, but it's just this like gripping battle at the front of the field. The past traffic, Jewett gets out of the way of the pair of them. That's nice driving there from Mark Jewett. Very small gap has appeared between Neumann and Mobers. It's up to 6/10. It's nothing. But it's absolutely everything. Marcus Mobers will be throwing everything at this, trying to catch up. Neumann's just had a little bobble. It's down to 4/10 again. There's absolutely nothing in this. And who is it they're catching? It's Max Mackler they're catching next. The pair of them. Max gets out of the way of both of them. That's good. So great spatial awareness from the lap traffic as well, that they know that there's a battle approaching them. Still watching Jorn Neumann out in front. You can see in the back of the shot the white and green car of Marcus Mobers as well. The gap's up to the best part of 1 second now, though. Is this it? Has Jorn Neumann broken Marcus Mobers? Remember, this is winner takes all between Neumann and Mobers. Coming up on Vesser. He's past Vesser. Okay, so Neumann's now starting to put traffic between him and Mobers. That's always a little bit of a relief. Who's that? That's the 4 car of Lewis Parker next for Jorn Neumann. Neumann gets out of his way. There's 2 cars now between 2 bits of lap traffic between Jorn Neumann and Marcus Mobers. The gap's up to 1.3 seconds. So I think Jorn Neumann has just started to break the resolve of Marcus Mobers. That pressure was on. It was being cranked up and up and up. But all Jorn Neumann has to do now is not make a mistake. 6 minutes down, 2 to go. Vesser very, very fair in moving off of line so as not to disturb Mobers' rhythm. Yeah, a little flick for Mobers there. Just slowed him down very, very slightly, but the gap between them, 1.3 seconds between the two. This is straight, like nothing's really happened since the start, but this feels so tense. Everybody in the racing arena Limburg watching around the track. We're just watching the car of Marcus Mobers on the screen at the moment as he tries to chase down Jorn Neumann with 1.5 minutes to go. Let's move forward to Jorn Neumann, the yellow-coloured car through the A-main chicane now. There we go. Jorn Neumann, our leader, potentially our European champion. 1 minute 20 seconds for Jorn Neumann to, not to hang on for, but to keep on circulating for and not make a mistake. He knows he can't afford a mistake. 1.3 seconds is nowhere near enough. Marcus Mobers can't do anything but keep on circulating. It's 1.8 seconds now, the gap. Marcus, he can't do anything more. He just needs to keep the pressure on as best he can and hope that Jorn Neumann makes some kind of mistake. Jorn, a very experienced operator. It's unlikely to happen, but Marcus has to hope, has to try, as Jorn comes around through the Rochard once more, back through the A-main chicane. He's coming down towards the Montec M before he comes back to the Zen-Z. 30 seconds now between Jorn Neumann and a European title in 1/12 scale. Jorn Neumann will have, let's have a look, 20 seconds left to go, so he's going to have this lap plus one more. Styles is still running in third for those interested, but we have got Jorn Neumann crosses the line to begin his last lap between him and his maiden 1/12 scale European Championship. We're running with Jorn Neumann now. Time has expired. A couple of corners left to go for Jorn Neumann, who crosses the line to take the stock European title for 2020. Jorn Neumann is our European champion for 2020. Marcus Mobers is second, and I believe Mark Styles may well have got the final spot on the podium.
Jorn Neumann, Spec, European champion in the third place for mod. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I'm feeling quite happy. Of course, in modified I expect to challenge Alex a little bit more, but maybe next year. In the first A main, I struggled a little bit the first couple laps, probably because my tire is still a little bit too wet. So I had a very loose car for the first couple laps, and Marcus can overtake me. And I made a mistake also, so he had a big lead. And afterwards, of course, I was a little bit under pressure to take the next two mains to win. But I know that my car was good, everything was good, so I was confident I can still make it.
Hagberg leads away from Payne from Neumann. Ollie Payne running a plain white body shell in this run. Hagberg maintains the lead from Ollie Payne. Those two already look like they've made a bit of a break for it. Small bobble from Payne. Small mistake from Hagberg there. Gives Payne a chance. That was on the entry to the A-main chicane. They come through the Zenzi once more. It's still Hagberg from Payne. Jorn Neumann keeping a watching brief. Small mistake from Payne, and Payne and Neumann come together. Ollie Payne ends up on his roof. So Ollie Payne's ended up on his roof. Alex Hagberg now with a decent lead from, who's that popped out in second? Car number 4, that is Freddie Sudoff. Freddie Sudoff is running in second position. Hagberg is in the Montec M now. This is our leader, Alex Hagberg. Second place is... Second place was Freddie Sudoff. Freddie Sudoff's just made a mistake off of shot. Let's go back to that because the close battle going on is now for second, or for third and fourth. Okay, coming to the yellow car down the main straight. The first of the yellow cars, that is the car of Marcus Mobers. Neumann's put the car on his roof, so Mobers up into third as he passes his prone car. Ollie Payne back to second. Mobers into third. Alex Hagberg has run away at the front of this. Running order, Hagberg from Payne from Mobers. Marcus Mobers having already taken one final leg win. I think he's going to have a hard job doing it this time because Alex Hagberg has streaked away at the front, helped by a little bobble from Ollie Payne. Coming together between Payne and Neumann. Not helping matters either. 6 minutes remaining. Hagberg's lead some 2.6 seconds. Hagberg doing what he needs to do. Payne running in second, just carving his way through some traffic out there. We're watching the battle between Mobers and Neumann for third and fourth. And in fact, is that Marcus Mobers just pulling out of the... Mobers is just pulled out of the way of Neumann to let him go. So he caught him that quickly. Mobers didn't know what way to look. And Neumann has just gone straight past him into third position. Let's run with Jorn Neumann in third place now as he tries to close down Ollie Payne. The white car in front of him, immediately in front of him, that you'll see appearing in shot, isn't actually the car of Ollie Payne. That's the car of Adam Catchpole. Gasser makes a mistake in front. Jorn Neumann running in third position. Neumann is 5 seconds back from Payne. Ollie Payne's on a bit of a charge, actually. Let's see if we can catch him. He's the white car just coming out onto the main straight now. He's got the gap to Hagberg down to under 2 seconds. That's 1.7 that time round. 4 minutes to go. Having said that, Alex Hagberg kind of had this in his pocket. Let's just see, 1.7 seconds. Hagberg starting to cut through some traffic now, so I'd imagine that gap's going to come down. But once Hagberg's popped out the other side of it and Payne catches it, it will be the reverse situation. We're running with Ollie Payne as he closes into that traffic. Hagberg's mired in the middle of that at the moment. He's just picking his way through it. They're getting out of his way quite nicely. Ollie Payne 1.6 seconds off the back of Alex Hagberg. We're running with Ollie at the moment. Ollie Payne now closing in on the car of Hupo. Gap is 2.2 seconds now. Good effort from Ollie to keep Hagberg within that sort of distance. Neumann in third position has been lapped by Hagberg. So Alex Hagberg's lapped everybody up to third place. I don't think he's going to get Ollie Payne. Ollie Payne 2.4 seconds back. So Hagberg starting to edge away. Now he's got clear track in front of him. We're still running with Ollie Payne at the moment as he comes down through the A-main chicane. It did look like he was starting to close in on Alex Hagberg. I think that was Alex Moore being a little bit cautious as he worked his way through the traffic rather than Ollie having a significant pace advantage. Still not a huge amount of breathing space, though. A mistake from Alex would put Ollie right with him. 2 minutes left. Let's pick up Alex as he goes down the main straight now. The green-coloured car, white and green-coloured car. It's just coming through the A-main chicane now. There we go. This is our leader with 2 minutes of the run remaining. Alex Hagberg leading by 3 seconds now from Ollie Payne. Jorn Neumann 9 seconds back from Ollie Payne and 1 lap down, on our leader Alex Hagberg that we're watching at the moment. Alex opening his 7th consecutive title defence in the best way possible. His 6th consecutive title defence, but his challenge for a 7th title in the best possible way. It's looking like a minute and a half to go. Going to take a fairly dramatic swing now for Payne to catch him. Payne's taken a little bit of time out of him and he's got the gap back to under 3 seconds. But again, that's Alex being a little bit cautious as he goes through traffic. He's now got that as a buffer between him and Ollie Payne. Ollie would have to catch them and go all the way through it. Ollie Payne's about to lap Jorn Neumann. So Ollie Payne in second is about to lap third place man Jorn Neumann. That's one in the eye for the rest of the field, that the top two have got that much of an advantage that they can lap the rest of them. So 2 world-class drivers, not exactly going toe-to-toe, but Ollie Payne at least trying to keep Alex Hagberg honest. 45 seconds left. Ollie Payne less than 3 seconds back, just less than 3 seconds back. Still with Alex Hagberg with 30 seconds remaining. We'll watch him all set for what looks like it's going to be a very, very good victory. 3.2 seconds now, Hagberg's lead over Payne. Payne knows he's not going to catch that up over the remaining couple of seconds, so it will just be a matter for the pair of them of bringing it home. Alex Hagberg then Alex Hagberg gets his victory lap. So Ollie Payne in second, Jorn Neumann third. Alex Hagberg takes the leg 1 victory here at Racing Arena Limburg. Hagberg leads away around the first turn from Payne then. Jorn Neumann is in third position. Hagberg leading this one. If he wins this leg, he is the European champion. He retains his title. Ollie Payne will be doing everything he can to stop Alex getting away. Ollie Payne looking like he is trying to challenge Alex Hagberg. Alex will just want a couple of laps to build a bit of breathing space. He's already started going away very slightly by the looks of it. What have we got? We've got Alex Hagberg leading as they cross the line 0.7 of a second. It's not huge, but after a couple of laps, it is a nice place to be. Payne looks like he's pulled a little bit back on this lap. He has. He's got it down to 4.5 tenths. Mistake in the background from Neumann. That has freed up Ollie Payne to not worry about what is going on behind him. So Ollie Payne going with Alex Hagberg at the start. See what the gap is this time round. 0.7 of a second. So Hagberg starting to drop the hammer whilst he's got a clear track in front of him. Running with the car of Ollie Payne at the moment. You've just seen Alex Hagberg disappear out the front of shot. This is Ollie Payne, the all-white car. Small mistake from Ollie there in the middle of the A-main chicane. Gathers it up, but that's going to cost him more time to Alex Hagberg. Gap that time, 1.2 seconds. Jon Neumann has hung on to third despite that mistake that he made. So Hagberg going away at the front now from Ollie Payne. Ollie Payne's come back at him though. He's got the gap down to under a second again. Very small mistake there for Ollie Payne in the, or sort of on the exit of the A-main chicane. So Ollie manages to negotiate the car of Alex Laurent. 1.4 seconds now, the gap between them. Hagberg still going away. Let's move our focus on to Hagberg, the white and green coloured car. There we go. This our potential European champion in a few minutes' time. So he's catching Patrick Gasseur. He's past him. Down the main straight once more for Alex Hagberg. He's going through the Rochard. Back through the A-main chicane. The speed of direction change, the commitment that he's showing through there is absolutely immense. Got to give credit to Ollie Payne. He's got the gap down to like 1.3 seconds. There's less than 5 minutes to go, but Ollie Payne is at least keeping Alex Hagberg honest. Meanwhile, Freddie Sudov's got himself up into third position in front of Jon Neumann. That's happening off camera. In fact, Mobers is up into fourth now. But we are watching the car of Alex Hagberg threading his way through. He's going to shortly be with Jon Neumann, actually, to put a lap on him. So let's stick with him. As we come up towards half distance, he is all set to lap 5th place. Such is the pace that he is going at. So incredible pace from Alex Hagberg. Ollie Payne, in fairness to him, is kind of going with him, although Ollie's now 2.3 seconds back. It effectively looks like Ollie can sort of run at the same pace as Alex. It's just Alex is a little bit more comfortable doing it. Half distance then, and Alex Hagberg is just coming up to the battle for 4th and 5th, and actually he collects Neumann on the way past and noses Neumann into the barrier. Just a bit of a misunderstanding between them. It didn't really cost Alex any time. It cost Jon Neumann quite a lot of time there, so maybe a little bit of a chat about that after the race. But Hagberg leading from Payne by 2.4 seconds that time round. Just still running with Alexander Hagberg. 3.5 minutes remaining. 3.5 minutes between him and a 7th consecutive European title. Doing everything he needs to at the minute. Hagberg leading from Payne, 2.7 seconds now. Ollie Payne's got 7 seconds over Freddie Sudov in third position. Freddie Sudov's actually not that far down the road from this car that we're following, Alex Hagberg, for Hagberg to lap him. So Hagberg may well be lapping everybody up to third position by the end. Let's have a look now, the gap between them. So effectively there's 10 seconds between Hagberg and Sudoff. Well, when you bear in mind that he's lapping in 11, that yellow car that you can see just in front of Alex Hagberg is the third place man, Freddie Sudoff. We've got 2.5 minutes left. So that yellow car you just saw flash through the A-main chicane in front of Alex Hagberg. And Hagberg closing him down hand over fist. Remember, this car that he's following around is currently running in third position in the European Championships, and Alex Hagberg is about to lap him. So Freddie Sudoff moves out the way for him. Alex Hagberg 1 lap up then on third position. Ollie Payne within 3 seconds of Alex Hagberg, so doing a very, very good job. But with 2 minutes left, it is looking increasingly likely that Alex Hagberg will be taking a 7th consecutive European title. We will confirm that as soon as we can do. Passes Patrick Gasseur quite nicely. Nice clear track. 1 minute 45 left to go. 11.3 for Hagberg consistently every single lap. That's the thing that's worn Ollie Payne down. It's just the consistency. Alex Hagberg looking very comfortable with 1 minute 30 to go. Through the Montec M, through the Zen Z, down the main straight. Comes up towards the Roche R. Now through the A-main chicane. Little bobble there over the curbs, but he got away with that. That is absolutely fine for him. 1 minute remaining for Alex Hagberg. He's just gone past Alex Laurent again. 4 seconds now between Hagberg and Payne. $45 left. Alex Hagberg, who we are running with, leading this A final leg number 2. He's already taken the A final leg number 1. Less than 40 seconds now. 3.3 seconds between Hagberg and Payne, but it doesn't really matter. Ollie Payne's lapped third place as well. Such is the pace of the front two. 20 seconds left. Alex Hagberg. He may just make an extra lap. Might Alex Hagberg to get him a victory lap by himself. Let's just see as he comes around. Last couple of seconds. Alex Hagberg, let's see if he crosses the line. Alex Hagberg has made the other lap, so Alex Hagberg is our European champion. Ollie Payne hasn't made it. Hagberg can break the car now. It doesn't matter. Hagberg gets a victory lap, and he actually doesn't finish. Hagberg is our European champion. He doesn't even need to finish. So Alex Hagberg with that second leg win gets congratulations from Ollie Payne as well. And congratulations from Vesser up there, from Freddie Sudoff, from Jorn Neumann. Ollie Payne leads off and goes away from Jorn Neumann. Feels a bit strange not seeing Alex Hagberg out there, but he has done everything he needs to. Mistake there from Payne has let Neumann to the front. Everybody in this racing arena Limburg is stood around the circuit watching. Jorn Neumann out in front. Ollie Payne doesn't need... Yes, Ollie Payne does need to pass him, actually, because a 1 and a 3 will beat a trump, a 2 and a 2 and a 2. So Ollie Payne knows he needs to beat Jorn Neumann. So battle going on between these two. If Jorn Neumann wins this, little bit of a touch there between them. Let's just see if we can catch what happened. So as they came down, Ollie had a bit of a run on it. In fact, that was Jorn's mistake, and pretty fair from Ollie there, because that was Jorn tagging the barrier, in fairness, or tagging the bot dot that half span him. But Ollie now in front of Jorn is the upshot of that. Ollie doing what he needs to do. So a small mistake from Jorn Neumann, and sort of Ollie was that close to him that he collected that half mistake, backed out of it, but he's got himself in front of Jorn Neumann now and is going away. He's pulled 6/10 on him that lap. Ollie Payne wanting to make a break for it at the front here. Comes around through the Zen Z down the main straight. You can see the packed crowd as he goes through the Rochard, up through the A-main chicane. Back down through the Montec M. Ollie Payne crosses the loop. Let's see what his gap is. It's 1.4 seconds over Neumann. So Ollie Payne has dropped the hammer. Going away at the front, Jorn Neumann looking a little bit loose at the rear. Freddie Sudhoff's got himself up into third position. I think Freddie could be in with a shout of an overall podium here, possibly. More likely, though, he's going to end up fourth. But we are watching the car of Ollie Payne streaking away at the front. In fact, let's move our focus back because Freddie is pretty close to Jorn Neumann. Let's move our focus back to that battle that we're just seeing on screen there. That's Jorn Neumann and a little wobble from Jorn's car as well. Jorn not looking comfortable with that. Freddie Sudhoff running around behind him. Only half a second back. We're not focusing on Ollie Payne because he has absolutely gone. He's checked out at the front and he's doing all he needs to do. We'll come back and join him later. 5.5 minutes of action left here from the Racing Arena Limburg this weekend. Jorn Neumann leading round the car of Freddie Sudhoff. Freddie trying to chase down the car of Jorn, pressure him into some kind of mistake. Jorn not presenting Freddie with an opening as yet. So come past some traffic. Ollie Payne 4 seconds down the road from these guys at the moment. Neumann seems to have dropped Freddie slightly. 4.5 minutes left now. So there was a mistake there from Neumann and Freddie just collected it as they came back. So let's have a look. That was Freddie's car. We saw just a mistake from Jorn Neumann and as he rejoined, when you gas it up with a spool, the car can just step sideways. And Freddie really unfortunate there that he drove into Jorn's accident. But small mistake from Jorn Neumann going through the Montec M. Freddie drove into it, and that's actually allowed Hupo right into this battle as well. Just watching the cars flick through the A-main chicane. Very straight line that they take through there. You're now about to lap Vesser. We're running with the car of Freddie Sudhoff, this all-yellow coloured car. He's under some pressure from Hupo Honigel. Hupo only 1/4 of a second back. Vesser gets out of the way of the pair of them very nicely. Coming up to 3 minutes to go. Ollie Payne's lead up to 6 seconds now for those watching. 3 minutes left. Ollie Payne leading by 7 seconds from Jorn Neumann. Freddie Sudhoff only 3/10 back. Freddie could do with getting past Jorn if he can. Second place might well catapult him up onto the podium. We know Alex Hagberg has won this class already. Ollie Payne's disappeared off up the road and is going to secure second. So what we are watching is potentially the battle for the final podium position at the moment. 2.5 minutes to go. 2.5 minutes of track action left this weekend at Racing Arena Limburg. Freddie starting to look a bit more comfortable. Another mistake from Jorn. It's almost like Freddie was too close. Mistake there from Freddie. Going through the chicane at the end of the straight. Let's just have a look at that as they went round there. So Freddie actually, he caught the inside turning in and then he just rode over that bot dot and it flicked the back of the car round. That's dropped him back. So Freddie Sudhoff's dropped down the field from Hupo. That's kind of ended that. Let's pick up Ollie Payne then with 2 minutes to go. He is the white car. He's just coming through the Rochard now. He's coming through the A-main chicane. There we go. That is Ollie Payne. The number 2 car on Ollie's car. Not Ollie's traditional paint scheme. Running plain white. Ollie's car riding bumps particularly well, actually. He's able to take some liberties over curbs there. Ollie Payne leading this one by 8 seconds from Jörn Neumann. We're running with him as we come down towards the final minute of track action here. Ollie Payne about to add the vice champion modified title to the stock title he won here a couple of years ago. He's through the Rochard quite safely. He's through the A-main chicane, he's down through the Montec M, back through the Zen Z once more. Ollie Payne closing on the back of Patrick Gasseur, I think that is. That looks like, yes it is, that's Patrick Gasseur directly in front of him. Gasseur gets out of his way, 30 seconds left now for Ollie Payne. We'll run with him till the end, barring any mistakes. He's got this in his pocket. He's 9 seconds down the road from Jörn Neumann, with Hupo up in third position. 15 seconds left, down into 10 seconds. Ollie Payne's going to cross the line. So Ollie has done it. He's won this leg because Jörn Neumann isn't going to cross the line. Ollie Payne wins this leg of the final and gets his victory lap. Ollie Payne then wins the leg to take second overall for that final. Ollie Payne taking the leg win from Jörn Neumann and Hupo Honigel.
Alexander Hagberg, European champion for the 7th time running. How are you feeling right now?
Very good, very relieved that it's over. It was a stressful weekend, of course. Some ups and downs, but in the end I got the car figured out and tried to drive clean in the finals, and it worked out.
In both races, you pulled away from the off. You were driving by yourself, but more so in the second race. Are you thinking to yourself, I've won this, or are you still having to give it 100% concentration until the very last lap?
Honestly, I try to push as hard as possible because I feel whenever I try to drive safe or back off, I usually make more mistakes. So I always try to push as hard as I can to have a safety gap in case of something happening up front. And yeah, I mean, obviously when I see that I have a good gap, that's at the back of my mind, and I try to control the pace, but it's difficult. So yeah, I always try to drive as hard as I can.
And last question, what's the secret? Is it practice? Is it skill? Is it knowledge? What is that special? What's the secret ingredient?
It's a combination of passion and determination, I would say. I mean, I love what I do and I put in a lot of time. That's the key. The more time you put in, the more you get back.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.